Sponge. The sponge is filled with air molecules. On pressing the sponge, the empty space filled with the air molecules passes out from the sponge. The density of the sponge increases on compressing as the sponge gets compactly packed on compression. Filling the balloon with air. The density of the balloons decreases by filling the balloon with air. The density of the same before filling the air in it is more compared to the air-filled balloons. These air molecules exert a force on the surface of the air-filled balloon. Compressing. Compression is an act of applying force on the two opposite surfaces of the object in two different and opposite directions, thus reducing the volume of the object. Compressing any elastic object increases its density. The mass of the molecules per unit volume of the object rises upon compression. Elongation. The stretching of the object from two opposite points applying equal and opposite force on the object results in the elongation of the object. The size of the object increases upon stretching, thus the volume of the object also increases. The increase in the volume implies that the molecules constituting the object spreads in the extra space generated, and hence the mass per unit volume, that is the density of the object, decreases. Freezing. The transformation of the liquid state of an object into a solid state is called freezing. The conversion of the state of the substance directly signifies the change in the density of the object. The density of the water that solidifies in the ice is lower than as compared to the ice. The molecules of water per unit volume in the container will be increased by the formation of ice. Boiling. The density of the substance decreases on boiling. This is because, on boiling, the heat energy is supplied to the liquid. This heat energy is utilized to break the bonds between the molecules of the substance. As a result, the distance of separation of the molecules increases, and hence the density of the substance also decreases. Condensation. It is a process of condensing two or more water vapors to form a cloud. Due to the surface tension between the water droplets, the molecules nearby condense together. The density of the water vapor is light compared to the water droplet, which is formed due to the condensation of vapors. Evaporation. The heat energy acquired by the particle on the surface of the water results in the rise of the water molecules in the form of vapors. The density of the system changes with the evaporation of the liquid. The density of the fog created due to the conversion of water into the vapor decreases, while the density of the air increases as the aerosol particles per unit volume of the air increases. Burning. The burning of any substance results in the formation of ash and smog. The density of the solid object is more compared to the ash or smog, which is the outcome. Soaking. You must have noticed that as the object gets wet, the weight of the object increases. This is because the water is absorbed by the object, filling the vacant spaces inside the object, thus increasing the density of the object. Rise in aerosol particle in air. The rise in aerosol particles in the air symbolizes the pollution ratio in the atmosphere. If the number of aerosol in the unit volume of the air is more, then the density of the air is increased due to the aerosol particle. Raining. The density of the air also rises while raining, because of the presence of the water droplets in the atmosphere and due to the cold temperature. During the rainy season, the aerosol particles in the air are high. Drying. Drying is the process of extraction of water molecules present in the object. When the liquid droplets are evaporated from the object, the vacant spaces are formed in the object as the molecules leave those spaces, thus reducing the density of the molecules per unit volume of the object. Decomposition/decay. The organic substance is decayed when exposed to heat. The bonds between the molecules constituting the organic matter breaks to form a decomposed. Hence, decaying results in lowering the density of the substance. Mixing soap in water. The density of the soap decreases on mixing it in water as the soap forms froth in the water upon mixing. A soap bubble is a thin film enclosing the air within the bubble and bursts easily as the force is imposed on the surface of the bubble. Hence the froth is lighter in weight and density, which is formed due to water in soap. Melting. Melting is a process of conversion of a solid into a liquid phase. Consider a simple example of melting ice to form water. The ice takes the heat from the surroundings and breaks the covalent bond, releasing the energy. This heat energy is responsible for the conversion of ice into water. Sublimation. It is a process of directly converting the solid form of a substance into the gaseous form without changing into a liquid phase. A simple example is a camphor. The solid camphor is directly changed into the gaseous form on burning. Precipitation. It is a process of deposition of the suspended particle in the liquid at a base. This is possible when the particles in the liquid are hydrophobic, that is, the particles are water repellent. The density of the molecules, when mixed in the liquid, is less as compared to the substance deposited at the bottom of the container. Sedimentation. It is a process of deposition of the sediments one above the other. The sedimentary rocks are formed when the sediments get deposited in the basin and form at high pressure and temperature. The density of the sediments increases as the pressure on the sediments lying beneath the layer of the rock increases as they are compressed due to the overlying mass. Heating. Warming or heating results in the rise of the temperature of the system. The increase in the heat energy results in the breaking of the bonds between the molecules and increases the spacing between the molecules, thus reducing the density of the object. Withering leaves. The dry leaves are light in weight as compared to the green leaves, hence the dry leaves are easily carried away by the air resistance. Removing water from the leaves of the tree results in the withering of leaves. As the water molecules are expelled from the leaves, the density of the leaves decreases. Mixing compound in the solution. On mixing the compound into the liquid, the density of the solution is increased. A hydroponic compound gets easily mixed and absorbed into the water. This results in the rise of the density of the water. Frequently asked questions. Does the temperature responsible for the change in the density of the object? The density of the temperature increases as the temperature falls down. During cold temperature, the distance between the covalent bonds between the molecules inside the material increases, while in the hot temperate condition the bonds between the molecules break, thus decreasing the density of molecules per unit volume. Does the pressure responsible for the change in the density of the object? The density of the object increases at high pressure conditions. Due to high pressure, the molecules constituting the object compresses, thus increasing the number of molecules per unit volume of the object. The compressor is even used to compress the gas to convert it into a liquid state. How does the density of the object change on compression? The two equal forces imposed on the object on two opposite sides results in the compression of the object. Compression results in the reduction of the shape and dimension of the object. This results in the change in the volume of the object, and hence the density per unit volume of the object increases. Please visit our website lambdageeks.com for more articles on technology, engineering, mathematics, and various other domains. Scientific calculator and many more other tools.
Bye.